Welcome and let's discuss projectile motion today. So we have a ground and an object is projected from ground at a speed u at an angle theta with the ground, and from the yellow line we can see the trajectory of the object. The maximum height reached is h, we represent it by capital H, and the horizontal range, which is the maximum distance from the original point it touches the ground again, is called the range, which is denoted by capital R. Also, one more variable, which is capital T, is the total time of flight from the point O to B. We mark A as the highest point of the flight. So let's find out these variables. Resolving the initial velocity vector u along the horizontal, u cos theta, and along the vertical, u sin theta. So we'll be applying the three equations of motion. V square is u square plus 2as, s equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is u square plus, v equal to u plus at in one of the directions having one initial and the one final point. So to calculate time of flight, we need to apply equation. We can use either the first equation or the second equation. Let's apply the second equation, which is s equal to ut plus half at square from O to B, O being the initial point and B is the final point. We are applying this equation in, let's apply it in y direction because it's easy to calculate. So we'll take upward direction as positive y and right direction as positive x. The displacement from O to B in x direction, in y direction is 0 because the object doesn't travel any displacement in the y direction. O and B are at same horizontal distance, so there is no displacement in y direction. Initial velocity in y direction is u sin theta, time of flight is capital T, and the gravitational acceleration is downward, so we write it as minus g. From this equation, you get time of flight as either 0, which is the point O itself, and the other route comes out to be 2u sin theta by g. That means the time it takes from O to B, which is the time of flight. Next, let's calculate h, which is the maximum height it reaches, and it will be calculated in two steps. The first, we need to find the time from O to A. To find the time from O to A, we need to use the equation v is equal to u plus at, and we will apply this equation in y direction. So let's see the y component of velocity at A. Now you can see from the trajectory, if you draw a tangent at A, it is horizontal. That means the velocity at A is only horizontal. So the vertical component of velocity at A is 0. We can also see the trajectory, observe the trajectory in terms of x component and y component of the displacement vector. So let's draw a line, this imaginary line, vertical line originating from O. If the object on the trajectory is this yellow mark, its reflection on x and y axis we can see here. Similarly, if the object is at the topmost point, we can see the reflection on the x-axis and the y-axis. When we see the reflection on the y-axis, it goes up and takes a halt for a millisecond or a very small amount of time, and it comes down again. At that point of time, when it's at the halt, the velocity vector, we can see that y component of velocity vector is 0. And talking about the initial velocity u, it is vertically u sin theta initially at O. G is the gravitational acceleration downward, and t we call it as time half. It comes out to be u sin theta by g, which is actually the half of total time of flight. So the time it takes from O to A and A to B is the same. Now we use the equation s equal to ut plus half at square in y direction from the point O to A to find the maximum height. The displacement in y direction obviously is h, and initial velocity is u sin theta upward in vertical direction. The time of flight is t by 2 from O to A. Gravitational acceleration again downward minus g, and time again t by 2 the whole square. We can also calculate this using another method, which is a simpler method. We can use v square is u square plus 2as, and applying this equation from O to A again in y direction. The final velocity at t is 0, u is u square sin square theta, and acceleration again downward minus g, and s is h. So we can see that height comes out to be u square sin square theta by 2g, which is the maximum height. Now let's come on to the range. We use this equation s equal to ut plus half at square from O to B in x direction, and we see that the displacement s is nothing else but r. Initial velocity u cos theta in the horizontal direction, t is the time of flight. The acceleration is 0. In x direction, the acceleration is 0. There is only acceleration in the y direction, which is minus g downward. So putting all these variables in the equation, we get the range to be equal to u sine 2 theta by g. And we have calculated two other factors, which is the time of flight, 2u sine theta by g, this circle, and the final one is the height, which is u squared sine square theta by 2g. I think this concludes it. This concludes the session. We have all the variables. Yes.